guys, welcome to Office Blokes Reacts. I am Karen.
I'm Office Bloke Mike.
I am the 2024 Olympic champion breakdancer.
What, like broken hip dancer or
breakdancing? It's going to the Olympics, isn't it?
Is it
Really?
It's going to be an Olympic sport. Paris 2024.
Skateboarding is at the next Olympics.
So you're both going to be there then?
Yeah, got a bad knee on skateboarding at the moment.
You're not there, well. Got 4 years to go yet, so
Yeah.
you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Yeah, I've got competitive pie eating to do and beer drinking instead.
I've definitely got gold medals at that.
I'd have to enter that one, I think.
Yeah.
We could form a tag team for that one, couldn't we?
Yeah, sounds good. Loop station, pie eating,
Beer drinking.
Yeah. So the KTO channel, we've been having a great time with so far.
Yeah.
Everyone head over to KTO, like, subscribe, all the good stuff, show some support because, it's churning out great content.
Excellent. Yeah,
great information.
Yeah. So this is the penalty flag that ruined a player's career. Now, I only found out about a week ago that people throw flags on. I say people, it's not like people in the crowd are just throwing flags on. Yeah, but the umpires are throwing flags on. Is that to signify a foul, or can that be for other things as well?
It would indicate a foul on the play.
A foul, I think,
like a foul on the play.
Right.
Something's happened. Sometimes I think they let the play carry on, don't they?
Could be a false start, could be offside, could be, something like that. The flag just indicates there's a foul.
Yeah. So the play might carry on, I think, but then when they see there's a flag down, I think they go back to it, don't they? I think is that the
also it is kind of like
I think
like putting a marker on sort of thing. Like
I think so. Yeah.
The actual coaches can throw a flag as well, I believe. Like I think they have a couple in a game. Again, let us know what that is. But I'm pretty sure I remember whether they still do it or not. They have like a call on the play. I think it's football because I know they do it in other sports as well. I know they do it in you can in cricket, for example, you can call the umpire.
They can these.
And you have a couple of what do they call it? I don't can't remember what they call it now with the
call
in cricket.
I've got no idea.
Can't believe I don't know what it is.
I know.
Mine's
gone completely. Also, the coaches can do it as well, then, can they? In football.
Yeah.
Right.
You can throw. It's either that or it's one of the sports anyway. You can the coach can
Someone
call
will let us know in the comment section for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll get into it. The penalty flag that ruined the player's career. That was an epic intro.
That was a bit. Nice bit of bass.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Number 11 of the kicking team. Personal foul, number 52 of the receiving team. Those penalties offset at the spot of the dead ball spot. First down.
Jeff Triplett, longtime NFL referee, announced his retirement from officiating just about a month ago. If you couldn't tell from that opening video, he has definitely had his moments. It was reported that he may have retired due to his shaky performance during the Titans-Chiefs wildcard game. There was a play where Mariota was sacked and lost the ball, and Triplett ruled him down even though the replay clearly showed that he lost the ball. Due to him blowing the whistle early on that play, it was non-reviewable. This call alone may haunt Chiefs fans for years to come, and will leave a dark stain on Triplett's career. But something happened almost 2 decades ago that was much more devastating. In 1999, a flag that he threw ended up leaving a player hospitalized and out of football completely for years. So before we get started, I gotta thank SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. I know you want cheap tickets.
Does he hit
SeatGeek
the guy with the flag?
all across the world in one
They've got like a weight in them or something.
so much easier.
I guess they've got weight because they otherwise go down. Just fly away, wouldn't it?
Number, the better the deal.
Wow.
Plus, if you still haven't done it yet, use my promo code KTO at checkout for $20 off your first purchase. All right, now let's dive into this video. Football is a dangerous game, and when you think that, you think of the collisions, the dangerous hits. You don't really think of player-referee interactions to be that dangerous. And even if you thought about that, you'd probably imagine a player hurting a referee. Like that time Carlos Boozer punched a referee in celebration.
I've seen that.
Wristed that in.
He did get him.
Boozer is a big dude, especially to that referee. Dan Crawford, for the most part, shook it off.
Yeah,
Make him rub it better.
Tough bastard, isn't he? Did he get that in the balls then, do you think? The ref should have
He
gone.
was just celebrating, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Punched down like that.
The ref should have gone, "What, bitch?" and just stood there. That'd have been alpha male.
I think if you get punched there, you can't though, can you?
The incident with Jeff Triplett and Orlando Brown would have a much more disastrous outcome. Let me give you the setting. It's nearing the end of the 1999 regular season. The Cleveland Browns are hosting the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are insanely good at this point. They were 12-1 and well on their way to clinching the number 1 seed in the AFC. The Browns, well, they're just trying to get through their first season as an expansion team.
Wasn't it the game with the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars where all the bottles and shit
kicked
started
off and
flying
everything?
off because of the call was reviewed after it had been played again?
Yeah.
Was it this match?
No, it was
no, it was
2001, I think.
Yeah, I was going to say, it sounds like it was a couple of
This was when they were expansion team. Looks
yeah.
like they just gone there, so...
Yeah.
It was 3rd and long early in the second quarter, and after a false start, Jeff Triplett blew the play dead. As he threw the flag, it was headed directly towards Orlando Brown's face. The flag made direct impact on his right eye. Immediately, Orlando Brown was in serious pain. The flag, which was weighted by pellets, had blinded his right eye. Triplett tried to apologize right after since it was obviously incidental, but Orlando Brown was pissed. Brown is a big dude. He was even once asked to join the WWF. The 350-pound beast, who was better known as Zeus around the league, was filled with rage, and he retaliated. After he shoved the ref, his teammates ran up to hold him back, which would get him thrown out of the game and fined for shoving a referee. He also would be suspended indefinitely. But the fine and suspension were dropped once the NFL heard that Brown had been hospitalized for days, with doctors trying to save the vision in his right eye. The impact was devastating. Doctors limited what he could do exercise-wise, and he had to wear dark sunglasses at all times to protect his vision. It's actually a good thing that he was thrown out of the game. If he would have stayed in any longer, even a few more plays, it's quite possible he would have never regained vision in that eye. For a long time, Brown dealt with bleeding and swelling behind that eye. This injury would end up keeping him out for over 3 seasons, and not only that, but he was legally blind for most of those. The Browns had ended up releasing him the year after the injury, negating the final 5 years of his $27 million contract. He was losing a ton of money and fast. Simply...
Wow.
You shouldn't be able to release someone from a contract when they've got injured in a game.
It, so it's doing a negotiation, pay him off.
Oh,
so sort of paid him up, didn't they?
So they might have paid him like $10 million to go away, sort of thing.
They're being insured for it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
from being at the wrong place at the wrong time. As you'd expect, he would eventually sue the NFL. The lawsuit would eventually settle for $25 million, and he did get back into the NFL, where he would play another 3 seasons. Unfortunately, even though he did play those few extra years in the league, his life would only get worse. He eventually got divorced. In 2009, he would be arrested with third-degree burglary and destruction of property of his ex-wife's house. And although these charges would be dropped, 2 years later, tragically, Orlando Brown was found dead in his apartment due to diabetic complications. Orlando Brown was described by a teammate as a big old puppy dog with a little bit of a bark. Pretty much all his former teammates and coaches loved him. And to turn things into a positive, his son, Orlando Brown Jr., is entering the NFL draft this year. He was the blindside protector to Baker Mayfield, and may very well be the best offensive tackle in this draft. To be struck in the eye with a flag is extremely unfortunate. There has been some other close calls, with one player in particular in 2013 actually getting struck in the eye as well. Luckily, it didn't have any major impact, and he returned to the field a few plays later. Look, referees make mistakes. It sucks when they throw a game. It's even worse when they put a player's health in danger. For me, I just prefer it when they mess up like this.
Unnecessary, after the play was over, unnecessary roughness on number 52. Excuse me a minute. There are multiple fouls on the play. Unnecessary roughness.
Because if it's not just our referees that shit.
We've got to stop it there before we find out, because that little clip of music keeps getting the videos blocked. So I think I caught it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, so we're not going to find out why this guy was messing up. But that's put an extra couple of bars in the...
I don't think that's it. I mean, it happens, the amount of time a flag's thrown, the amount of time it's hitting the face is... I don't know if they're looking at alternatives, you know, to throw a flag around and press a buzzer or something. I don't know, but
it's probably that rare, though, isn't it? That you probably don't want to start messing with the vision anymore, you know, because they've got the face masks anyway, so
Maybe
they don't want to put anything else in front, but grim that, wasn't it?
Yeah,
terrible.
Like I said, that's a positive. His son is playing.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah, he's got in there.
How old's his video? Because he said he's in the draft this year,
2018.
So he's probably playing now. He's probably
playing
in the
now,
NFL.
couldn't he? So yeah, good on him.
Yeah, it's crazy, and it seems like some of these guys make so much money that when the career ends, there seems to be a bit of a theme of people just kind of they're lost in the wilderness with lots of money.
How often do we talk about that? About the sports people? We know a lot that live around here.
Yeah.
And in the game, they were massive in their sport, and we see them just walking down now in the supermarket, and no one even speaks to them.
Yeah,
they don't know who they are.
I've seen loads of them.
The rise to fame, the rise to stardom is very quick, and the fall's even quicker.
Yeah.
Well, if you've got nothing after it geared up, this is why they should all start podcasts. All the ones that live around here and go to Atlantic Podcast Studios.
Why not? Yeah,
keep saying it.
I mean, I'm sure a lot of people can deal with it, can't they? But there's certainly a section, isn't that can't, sort of thing, that find it very, very difficult. I think especially with team sports, a lot of them can't deal with the fact that they're just not hanging about with teammates and stuff as well. That can really affect their mental health, I think, can't it? So
you know, this pandemic might have been a bit of practice for a lot of these guys when they retire.
Yeah, possibly.
Because you're at that level to obscurity for 6 months, and then you start playing again.
Yeah, good point.
But when you're going back to years before, especially in the 80s, 90s, where you didn't have the online content you've got now.
Yeah,
there was no interaction video games. I know a lot of the footballers around here. Yeah, they all play video games.
Yeah.
With each other, that wasn't available back in the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, of course.
And we see a lot of the 80s, 90s players now, and most of them are turned to drink.
Yeah,
and they don't look anything like they used to look like, or and it's they walk around and no one knows who they are.
Yeah.
And they want people to recognise them, and when you do, I talk to loads of them from old, and you're the same. You stop and you speak to them, they're like, they're really grateful that you have a chat with them, and you want to reminisce about the 80s and the 90s, about when they were playing football or rugby or whatever it may be.
Yeah,
but I read a story this morning about the rugby player who played hooker for England.
What's that?
In the World Cup final in 2003. He won the World Cup. I was talking to him in the pub a few months ago.
All right.
And he won the World Cup final with England. He was the hooker. And now he's saying he's come through now, he can't remember it because of head concussions.
Really?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's bad.
I'll show you the story in a bit when we finish. But I hope you guys like that too. And don't forget, like and subscribe, hit the bell. Join us on our other channel as well, Office Blokes Try, where we will be trying a lot of American sports, North American sports. So we'll be doing football, hockey,
baseball.
Yeah, baseball,
yeah.
All different things.
So bull riding. Eating some interesting stuff, drinking some things.
Yeah, indeed.
I'll be definitely doing the drinking.
Yeah.
If it's alcohol, I'm in.
Yeah.
We're going to try everything.
We will. We'll give it a go, eh?
Yeah.
Why not?
And we'll catch you on the next one.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks, guys.